I hear the voice of one cry. I hear the voice of one cry. Prepare ye the way of the Lord.
Which is what life is developed of. Can develop through non-living mechanisms.
And you tell me intelligent beings weren't involved in that?
No.
I don't believe that for a second. The experiments they do in the laboratory, it's always intelligent scientists involved in these experiments, tampering with these things. But we're talking about in the beginning, there are no scientists, no intelligence tampering with things. It's life coming from non-life.
They use their intelligence to set up the experiment to look exactly like primitive Earth would.
That's what they say it looked like. But they weren't there. Once again, by faith.
There's still evidence that remains here.
No, there's no evidence of that. This is what you believe. You weren't there, no one was there, you're believing these things. You weren't there when the first single-cell organisms appeared out of thin air. You weren't there when it turned to a fish, then an amphibian, then a reptile, then a bird, then a mammal. You weren't there. You're believing these things. You don't know these things. It's faith. I disagree with that. That's my point. It's not science in this part, it's faith.
Right. I mean,
blind faith.
The ontological argument. Of
no, my
disprove the existence of God.
Yeah, I sure can. I sure can prove the existence of God. I mean, all we know with our five senses that life comes from life. Intelligence comes from intelligence. That's what we know. Order comes from order. Well, you have three options in the beginning. You have three options. I think you do. Three options I believe you have. You have in the beginning dirt. This dirt right here has always been there, always will be there, and everything you see right now came from dirt. The dirt itself is eternal. And then you have in the beginning a Big Bang. That something started that was natural, that had no intelligent design behind it. Something started it. But I'll tell you this: we have, like I said before, we have no evidence, no proof of life coming from non-life, or something good coming from an explosion. Then the third option you have is in the beginning God, the uncaused cause, the one who's always been there, always will be there, always has existed. And I'll tell you this: the most logical one to me is the third option. That life comes from life.
You're presenting a false choice. You're only listening to
well, give me no choice then.
That's not for me to do.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Let's use our logic and reason.
Empiricism and science and evidence.
No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Do you believe in empiricism? You believe in empiricism?
Do I believe in empiricism?
That's what I said. Are you a Christian?
No, I'm not.
Are you an atheist?
Yes, I am.
Who says your five senses are working properly?
I beg your pardon?
Who says that your five senses are working properly?
That my five senses are working properly?
Senses are working properly.
Your perception and observation.
All right, who says they're working properly? If here's a product of random chance of millions of years, who says your five senses are working properly? You're trusting chemical firings in your brain.
You can't.
That's the point. So the foundation of empiricism, his foundation, has been destroyed. You can't even prove empiricism works properly unless you have a guy who's giving your five senses as making sure they work properly. So you can't even prove empiricism with empiricism.
I'm not worth my time to try to prove it. I'm just.
Oh yeah, ad hominem attack. Go ahead, ad hominem attack. Deal with the argument,
You're a guest here on our campus.
I'm not a guest. This is public property. I'm not a guest.
Public property.
Public property. I can be here if I want to be here.
Not your campus.
I'm not your guest. Sorry, I'm not your guest. So what? But the point of the matter is, empiricism is an idea. The whole idea of empiricism is an idea that he hasn't proven. Yeah, God bless you, sinner. That's the whole idea. He hasn't proven the foundation of his thinking. The foundation of his thinking, everything he believes, he receives through his five senses. But he hasn't proven that foundation. Empiricism is an idea in your brain. If your brain isn't guaranteed to work properly because of evolution, who says you can trust it or not? That's the whole point. But if your foundation, hold on a second, if your foundation is in the beginning God, now I have a reason to trust my five senses. Yes, ma'am.
So is your brain working properly?
Yeah, I believe in God. The God who gave me this brain.
And you have some kind of reason to believe that your brain works properly and this guy's brain doesn't.
No, I'm taking his presuppositions. His starting point is empiricism. And I'm saying he hasn't proven his starting point. And in order for his starting point to be working correctly, his five senses are working correctly, he has to have in the beginning God. If he doesn't have in the beginning God, in the beginning time and chance and explosion, he has no reason to trust his five senses. I have a reason to trust my five senses. In the beginning God is what I believe. So you have to look at, young people, as the foundation for what you believe, the foundation for your thinking, is it really accurate or not? See, my beginning is in the beginning God, so I can believe in morality, absolute morality. I can believe in logic and reason and use them properly. But if you're not a Christian, you have no reason to believe in these things.
So you don't think I can live with personal morals if I'm not a believer in God?
No, you can have more. Let's say you're being inconsistent. What's your belief? What's your background? You're an atheist? Or... I'm just curious. I'm not going to ridicule you. I'm just curious what your background is. Catholic. Okay, I was raised a Catholic as well. But if you're an atheist or an agnostic, what reason do you have, what foundation do you have for absolute morality?
That doesn't prove that God exists.
I didn't say it did.
Okay.
I'm saying if you're an atheist or an agnostic, you have no foundation for morality.
Okay.
You have, so if you're going to be consistent, I mean, at least you're being consistent, I'll give you that. Most people aren't consistent. They'll say, well, I'm an atheist, I'm an agnostic, Crusades are wrong. The Spanish Inquisition, that was wrong. 9/11, the Twin Towers, that was wrong. Wait a minute. Who says they're wrong? You say they're wrong? Maybe people who did them said they were right. I mean, I believe they're wrong as well, but what's their foundation for saying it's wrong? They have no foundation. If you say something's right, something's wrong, you're presupposing a standard in the middle by which to judge what is right and what is wrong. You have a standard. Who's the standard giver? It surely isn't you, because you're being arbitrary and autonomous, but no one made you the ruler of the universe.
Well, no one made you the ruler of the universe either. Who are you to say?
God is the ruler of the universe, not me, sweetie.
I know,
God.
I know, but who are you to judge them? Does the Bible not say do not judge?
No, the Bible, I'll answer your question. The Bible talks about judging. The Bible's against certain kinds of judgment and for certain kinds of judgment. The Bible's in Matthew 7 talking about hypocritical judgment. If you have a log in your eye, you're not picking a speck out of your brother. I mean, if I had a log in my eye, if I think a speck out of this guy's eye, it would look kind of funny, wouldn't it? See, but it says take the log out of your eye first, and then you're fit to take a speck out of your brother's eye. So God's against hypocritical judgment. If I went out last night and fornicated with somebody, came out here and said, stop fornicating, that'd be hypocritical judgment. God's also against judgment according to appearance. If I saw a man walk by with a pink shirt on and said, you're a homosexual, that's unrighteous judgment according to appearance. But if I judge simply what comes out of their mouth, the Bible says out of the mouth comes the overflow of the heart. If I'm judging someone's fruit, that's righteous judgment. If I'm warning someone of hell because of the way they're living their life, that's righteous judgment. That's just proclaiming the truth in love, because I don't want them to be judged for their sin. But the fact that I'm saying warning means they still have a chance to depart from their sin and not go to that place of judgment. Otherwise, it's not a real warning. But God's against certain kinds of judgment, but He's also for. John 7:24 says, judge with righteous judgment. 1 Corinthians 2:15 says, the spiritual man judges all things. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2 says, the saints, that's Christians, will judge the world. And if you will judge the world, do you not judge in the smallest earthly matters? Okay, so we're commanded. I mean, the fact that you called me out on that means you're judging me. So you must believe judging's okay.
Oh my God, what am I going to do?
No, I'm just pointing out something here. The fact that you're judging my judging means you believe in judging. That's my point.
God don't make judges.
You believe in God based on the books. You weren't there.
No, I believe in God because the impossibility of the contrary. The only two consistent worldviews out there are the infinite skeptic. I can't trust anything. I don't know anything. Or the Christian worldview. Those are the only two consistent worldviews out there. So if you're going to be consistent, you become you seem like you're going that way. I don't know if you are that way yet. Be an infinite skeptic or be a Christian.
How do you believe in God without using your senses?
What's that?
How do you not rely on your senses to believe in God?
I didn't say I don't. I said
so then you take the same assumption.
Hold on
that
a second.
the
No. I have a foundation to believe my five senses are working properly. My foundation's in the beginning God.
Why do you believe that?
What's that?
Why do you believe that?
I would make sense of the world around me.